Hey everybody, it's Darnell Crittenden from DC and Nelson Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing the games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave your notification on so you not miss DTV at its best. And this is July 31st, 2024. This is the continuation of Final Fantasy 16 that's available out right now. It's been out already, just to let you know. I love this game. It's a very interesting game. In fact, anything that's in the Final Fantasy universe, I'm gonna play it. Right now, the Spotty 09 show is at 697 subscribers. We're close to that 700 mark. So please leave in the comments. Tell me what you like, dislike about the show. Right now, I'm trying my best to make this show the #1 show on YouTube, on PlayStation Network, and on the Facebook social media platform. So please tell everybody about the show. And just to let everybody know, come August, I'm going to be temporarily off the air, which means pretty much what I said. But don't worry, I should be back online no later than October. So between August and October, I should be on. And don't forget, in September, if you guys are on Mortal Kombat 1, don't forget to get the Game Pack 2, the Chaos Invasion, the Chaos Pack, and that's gonna run like about an extra 59, 69 bucks. So I'm gonna pre-order mine in August. That's another reason why you won't see me online, because there are other games that's on reserve that I'm gonna pay off right away. So when October comes, we're gonna have a good lineup on some of the coolest stuff you guys ever gonna see. All right. Like always, I'm trying my best to make this show to be the #1 show on this broadcast. All right. So, without further delay, what time is it here in Chicago? It's 4:37, and we're about to get started. Final Fantasy 16 gameplay continue part 2 already in progress. And keep in mind, immediately after the show, all my broadcasts usually be shared on Facebook Live. And if there's any other games you want to see within the foreseeable future, as far as old and new school games on PlayStation 4 and on PlayStation 5, leave in comments. Oh, and I almost forgot from my last show, and I'll say it now. And if this is your birthday month for July 31st, 2024, happy birthday from all of us from DC and XV Power Players. 1, you must sub to the show. That's the most important thing of all. 2, you leave in a comment as far as the day of or the day after. And if I see it in the comment, I will give you a shout out live on the Spotty 09 show. So without further delay, let's play with this continuation of this cool, amazing game. Here we go.
If Sid were here today, I reckon he'd be proud of you, Clive. He'd be proud of us all. I couldn't have made it this far without you, Torgo. There is so much I would learn of your tale once this day is done. Till then, all who might come between me and such knowledge shall answer to my sneer. I do not envy them.
Each parting brings the hope of reunion. I missed you, Clive.
I missed you too.
to win the day, we must all play our part. And ours lies beyond those doors.
We'll only get one chance at this. Ultima can wait a little longer.
All right. Just don't forget, there's still an army behind us.
One chain magic, so we're gonna
Clive. We're not alone. If we are to win the day, we must all play our part. And ours. Ours lies beyond those doors.
We've fought long and hard for this moment. Sid's dream. Our dream is within our grasp.
We need only inch of this final trial. How we shall. Together.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
This is getting out of hand.
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay.
We will stay. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting. Thank you.
I guess that's ultimate.
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them, all of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We fight it and we leave.
Interdimensional rift. Let's go.
magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
If it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect him to know soon enough.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies. And so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow, Valisthea. There would the true work begin, for the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution, the illness having spread to every organ. There was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join in. So, alter whatever's follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the light, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity.
Delos for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. But we are one and the same.
Ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction. But she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you, as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our mythos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
To right your wrongs. If our sin is wanting to survive, then you were as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Mythos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
What? That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother. I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore. It's ours.
Bow down, Avengers, hearts disdain. Only with heads hung low is penance pay. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition. In fitting season shall we reap our harvest.
Oh, man. Okay. Open up. Go to abilities. And we're going to keep frost. So we're going to take remove this and give me this. Take this out and give me Let's try something new. Try something different. Almost had him. Let's see. What can I use? Open menu. Let's see. Yes. We're gonna get rid of open. Remove that icon and give me.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel for us. this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Nope.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death? There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try. So why not leave it all behind?
Nope.
Leave it all behind.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
My own, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away?
Nope.
Just go away.
None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Muthos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Ashes to ashes.
Damn it, Clive. Wake up. Sorry to wake you. I think it may be time to leave this place.
And once again, does my creation stray from the path laid before it? Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin, does our true power quicken? And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Muthos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more, yet in their silence a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
Crystals cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
His name is going on.
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill! Is everyone alright?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here. Ed! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship! I will be with you anon. Thank you.
Back to the origin.
I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
There's something about it. I feel like it's calling. Clive, I wanted to give you something for the kindness you showed my mentor.
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever likely to need. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the infirmary with you.
I'm
sure it would be very helpful indeed. Natalia, try not to work too hard.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study, but he's got a long way to go yet. I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his medicine?
Oh, indeed.
Talia's tea stopped the fits. I only hope they stay stopped.
What's that for you, dear? It lost you a good while. No scratches, right? And
Say what you will.
Should tide us over until the new moon. I'm making the journey from Ash. What would I tell you so far?
Still alive, Austin? Something tells me that I saw on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck then.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Velastian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature, that they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Where
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the curse breakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day. Could it be that this new mother crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from Stonehill.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archaea above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stonehill, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? He's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, but I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry.
I know, right, Clive. Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go with some fresh air.
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem, his new world being the Ultimates to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? With it, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most likely prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the founder knows what holds awaiting those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember.
All right. I yield. But only when you must. Yes. I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins.
Did you fart? I don't know. Did you?
Your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is.
The only requirement I have
Was submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. Maybe both might say your strength the better.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have they? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are only dead, deal.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
defences and ash.
I doubt it. Why has he leaving again? Well, then maybe when he gets back.
Say what you will.
Maybe Karen has seen herself.
First the skies.
Then the crystal. What next? The Advent of Greeter herself.
To wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be alright, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the raid together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the greater good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that the firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her lives. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order on the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Haver.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive or capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition, that he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
I accept.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send the Stoners?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
I accept.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few who knows that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognise the traits in him that we should look for in those who fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
I accept.
One can never have too many scouts.
True words. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northridge in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present? I'll wait you there.
I accept.
Northridge. I suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
What do you think happened to Miss Middledore? I heard he was kicked out of the university.
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take a part in the very myth's contraptions, did you?
No? Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledore. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from sailing from Stoney.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battery on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Middledore's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Middledore back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
I accept.
If you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't see to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair, the gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic, and see where that got them. But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast of the monster.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who wanted to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Sid! Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a bow?
Don't tell me. You need more wallash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory generators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain.
Mythwens get hotter. You can't chuck more than one of them and get back like the other end.
Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish either. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
I accept.
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
All full of materials. So this smelter recipient of myth legend in always the one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Full of ceramics that would heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, right? And we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent Sand over in Dalmacia. Last one is the ruins of Abdon, which is the Empire.
Alright then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
I accept.
Has Mitadol
Mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly.
Alright, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Joshua Waterhall. And don't say nothing.
Lights.
Not nothing.
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will. How and where?
In the crypt beneath Roslave Castle. After Cook was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy had remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him and take her at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I'm ready to live when you are.
progress.
Then the crystal.
Say what you will.
Lady Karen and Sheila.
Miss Shirley says your books make quite an impression on the children. You've inspired them to become writers themselves.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry, so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
The Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
I accept.
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
Doll mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly.
Let's just tide us over until the new moon.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did.
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosario, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the Duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the baby.
A shame. You see, the highway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the highway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the Duchy on other business...
I accept.
Tell me of these morganbeards then.
But of course, if my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, I'm sure.
I accept. Okay, we got a ton of missions. So first thing first, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna start heading out. Okay, let's see who needs to be powered up the most. Let's see. I really want to start working on this. That's Muhammad. So now we go to this. Let's see what we got here. That. First thing first we're gonna do is save. Okay. Next, we're gonna go way to the map. Okay. We ain't going there till last. That's like the least of our problems. So we gonna go. Okay. So where are we gonna go to first? Like the first place we going to, let's see. I could go there. I could go there. Martha's Rest. We going to Martha's Rest first.
Just because the heavens have gone to record, they don't mean you have to. No. It's awesome.
Yeah, we can fight him later. Oh, one total. That's my guy.
She's in here, but certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for more beards.
feel like it's
calling.
Let's just tide us over until the new moon.
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Sid. What brings you to the gardens?
I got you the hookup.
I found the flowers.
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Finding them was the easy part, but it's odd. They remind me of my childhood somehow. I don't remember these flowers specifically, but we must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the core physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals.
Handle your business.
And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract.
Cool.
A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
Consumable sensitivity enhanced. Okay. So he gave me the hookup. You have obtained okay, so my potions last longer and my okay, potions last longer. That's what I'm talking about.
Drink up, my little darlings.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. There's something wrong.
I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know. But hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-producing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
I accept.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a
A notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Is that a fact?
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do. As do I. Now, where did I put my water again?
I accept. You good? You don't need nothing else? Alright. Just making sure. You have me all over the place.
Let's just tide us over until the new moon.
Say what you will.
Maybe Karen has seen our shelter.
Check my coast.
What is it this time, Torgal?
I accept.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story. There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least. Hopefully it's nothing, but I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Quest. Chambers.
First the skies.
Blacksmith, talk to me.
Blackthorn, you have a moment.
Already no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be down to your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you got a keen eye, I'll give you that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single edge blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge of it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
Nah, not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could up the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it here.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. We can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving into distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people in my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking it off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignat's the man who won. Delmeckian bloke, collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalmill, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
The skies, then the crystal. What next? We happy.
Be what you will, Lady Karen.
Hasn't seen ourselves.
I found something wrong with my dog.
Hiding for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day I brought him home.
How long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on it to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what you're looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Toggle. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss it as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk about all the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal? Right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria.
Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there. I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled it, the bearers you helped liberating the Dragon's area were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slave who Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beastmen. I'll go find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's alright.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried. Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you, but this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
I got you.
There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
And you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intelibration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the term Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving their
explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it?
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
My aunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would often correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy from a distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Okay. Got a lot of quests. Martha's Rest. So I need to go there first, but well, we're gonna end this video. I know I got tons of side quests before I go into the main mission. So right now, I'm about to sit back, relax, but don't worry. I will do some more continued Final Fantasy 16 gameplay before the end of the night is out. And again, to all my 697 subscribers, thank you so very much. Well, I'm about to relax. Shout out goes out to AEW. Shout out goes out to Tony Khan. He's a beast. I'm about to watch AEW Dynamite right now. And then later we will continue playing some more Final Fantasy 16. This is Darnell Critton from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I talk to everybody later and later. Peace.